If you feel like you've been hitting the gym consistently, putting in the work, but when you look in the mirror, you're like, I'm not even seeing any progress. Is this even worth it? I'm finally consistent with this thing, but I don't even know if I'm doing the right things. That feeling is completely demoralizing. You value your time in every other area of your life, so wasting time in the gym is not an option, and why do it? In this video, I'm gonna show you the 3 critical mistakes that you're making in the gym, and I'm gonna show you how to maximize your time for maximum fat loss and then maximum muscle gain. That way you don't have to waste time. You can be more efficient at the gym. But we're not just gonna take my word for it. Check out Phil. He was in the same situation as you, stuck, frustrated, and feel like I'm going to the gym, seeing some progress, but not really. Once he switched over and started implementing these tips, everything's changed for him.
Yeah, man, I can't thank you enough. It's really helped. Like I've like, when I first started going, right, I was doing like the machines, like that just like whatever, because I'm like, oh, this is how it'll work or whatever, right? And then I was like, okay, this ain't working. Like, it's getting some progress, but not a lot. And then I started your plan, and I'm like, man, this is perfect. So thank you.
Yeah.
So I felt like what I was doing, I would hit a wall, right?
Yeah.
And like when I got on your thing, I'm like I'll be passing, looking in the mirror, and I'll be like, wait a minute, my chest is starting to come in. What's going on here?
Right.
It's like I just feel it more. Like I just see it more now. I see like, instead of hitting a wall, it's like I'm breaking barriers, because it's like what you teach is like so true. Walking through the mirror the other night, I was like, dang, this is working. Like the other day, talking to me about it, and I was telling her about the plan. I was like, look, just follow this guy, all right? Like,
Phil's story is so common because I see guys every day in the gym. They're going to the gym, they're being consistent, but they're lacking direction. Once they get a clear and effective plan, their body changes almost immediately. So what's the difference between exercising regularly and just going to the gym versus actually seeing results? Well, it comes down to these 3 fixes that you need to make. Mistake number 1, I call it the random machine hop. So you've been to the gym, you've seen people, and this might be you as well. You're going to the gym, you're working out, and you're like, all right, today I'm gonna do upper body, so I'm gonna hop on this machine. Okay, this one feels good. I feel like I'm getting a nice burn on this one. I'm looking around. Oh, this one looks pretty cool too. Let me try to do that. Man, I'm starting to feel something in my arms. My arms getting tight. Oh, this looks cool right here. So let me do some curls right here. And all this is random. So you're randomly hopping on one machine, randomly trying this workout. If you don't have a structured plan, you won't see any progress. Real gym goers, real effective people who actually change their bodies actually have a structured plan. I know it looks like they're in there just killing it and just doing random things in their head, but it's actually structured and progressed. Okay? And a lot of times a structured plan, it does not look like these Instagram videos that you see. It doesn't look like you're doing crazy workouts, but they're all effective. And the key is you want to focus on compound movements. Things that are going to work multiple muscle groups at one time. That way it's going to be time efficient and effective for your body. So you want to focus on things like squats, push-ups, overhead press. The most effective workouts are really not the most exciting workouts. They're simple, effective things that actually work. So if I were you, I would not just jump and do random workouts. I would actually write down my workouts maybe in my phone. When I work with clients, we have a structured plan and everything to put this all in a process. But if you're starting out and you want to start improving, have a notepad, or you just use your phone. I like to use my iPhone to start tracking what you're doing. That way you can see the progress. So say, for example, you want to build your chest muscles. You're going to the gym consistently. You're like, I want to start toning up my chest and start making this look better. You can't just hop around and do multiple exercises for chest. Choose 5 key exercises. I suggest you do incline chest press. I suggest you do some type of fly. It could be a cable fly. Push-ups, always highly recommend that. And then I would do a dumbbell chest exercise. And if you want to improve your chest, a lot of times you want to do some shoulder work because they go hand in hand, chest and shoulders. So an overhead chest press is a good one as well. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to do a bunch of random workouts every time. So progressive overload is going to be your friend. So focus on 5 or 6 key workouts per body group. Start tracking it, writing it down. Do at least 3 to 4 working sets. So what that means is, so if you want to work your chest and start improving it, do not count your warm up set as an actual set. So if you're doing a warm up set, that is just to get you warm up. So if you're doing, all right, I'm gonna do 3 sets, don't count your warm up set. So this is one of the things that you can fix first. The second thing is you're going through the motions and you're lacking intensity and muscle activation. So when you're working out, you're not just working out just to be moving weight and just to say, I got a good pump in, I got a good sweat in. No, an effective workout is you want to activate the muscle. If you're doing a bicep curl, you need to actually think about the mind muscle connection and say, I need to move this muscle up so I can actually build it. Okay. So focus on each muscle group that you're actually doing. A quick mental tip that I think of is like, if I'm working out my legs or I'm working out my chest, I'm going to focus on that muscle so I can get the most out of that muscle. A mind muscle connection is real. You can look it up. You really want to focus on the muscle group. That way you can activate those muscle fibers so it can build much more efficient. If you're working out and you're like, I don't even know really where I'm feeling it at, you need to focus on the muscle group. I hear this a lot of time. I've been training for 10 years now. And a lot of time when I used to train in person, I used to ask the client, like, okay, where do you feel it at? They're like, I don't know where I feel it at. That's a mistake. If you're working out abs, you need to focus out on your abs. That way you can think about those muscles, attract those muscles, and then you can start building those muscles. So it's a mind-muscle connection. And also when I talk about lacking intensity, ask yourself, are you going to the gym? Are you doing a bunch of different workouts? And how much time are you taking in between your sets? Like really, like, are you on your phone? This is what I see all the time. When I go to the gym and work out myself personally, people are talking here and there. They're doing one exercise and it takes them 2 to 3 minutes to just do another set. This is going to lengthen your time in the gym, and it's also going to just waste your time in the gym. Each set specifically for fat loss, and you want to start toning. Between each set, you should be taking 20 to 30 seconds max and then keep it going. So if you feel like you're in the gym and it's taking you a long time, or if you have enough time to be talking and texting and all this stuff, you're wasting your time in the gym. So let's talk about a practical tip that you can use in the gym to improve your intensity. So you want to focus on what's called the eccentric muscle contraction. So what this means is when your muscle is lengthening, you want to slow down that process and actually focus on that. So say for example, you're doing a bicep curl. If I'm doing a bicep curl, I want to slow down and focus on my muscle lengthening. That's when the muscle is going to be tearing, and you can focus on the hypertrophy to actually build the muscle. So when your muscle is lengthening, you want to slow down on that part. A lot of times when people are training, they're just going really fast and they're just doing these workouts, but slow down, especially when you're lowering down the weight. And then as you come up, you can go a little bit faster, but especially on the eccentric contraction, you want to slow down on that portion. So eccentric and concentric, there's 2 different ways a muscle can contract. There's really 3, isometric contraction, but we don't have to go deep into that science. But eccentric just means when your muscle is lengthening. Concentric means when your muscle is shortening. So when you're focusing on your workouts, think about the mind muscle connection, but also think about, all right, I'm doing an eccentric muscle contraction right now. I need to focus on this, focus on what muscle group, and then go from there. Combine these tips, it's going to be gold. And the third mistake, and the biggest mistake, is that you're not focusing on progressive overload. I'm not saying you got to be a bodybuilder. I'm not saying you got to go in there and lift 1,000 pounds. That's not the goal. That's not my personal goal, to look like a bodybuilder, look, like The Rock or anything like that. But if you're not challenging your body is not going to be changing. I'm going to say that again. If you're not challenging your body, you're not changing your body. All right. So I see people go to the gym all the time and they're doing the same routine. They're doing the same weights. So it's a guy in the gym I see daily. Every day he's doing the same thing, the same weights, and he still looks the same. Same weights, same thing, you look the same. You're not actually changing because your body has no reason to change because you're giving it the same stimulus. So you actually have to start improving. You can do this slowly too. So if you're doing curls, right, and you're starting off, I'm starting off with 10-pound curls. I'm just getting back into the gym. I'm not as strong as I used to be. I'm just getting back into it. So if you've been going for a month, 2 months, 3 months straight, and you're still on those 10 pounds, your bicep is not getting enough stimulus to actually grow because it doesn't have any reason to grow. So just think about this when you're actually in the gym training. I don't care if you're doing cardio, I don't care if you're doing abs, I don't care if you're doing legs. Everything is going to be still the same. If you're doing a Stairmaster and you're on a level 3 and you're continuously being on a level 3, your body is not going to adjust because it's like, well, this is just what we do. But even if you just move it to a level 4 or level 5, you're going to see a big difference, and it's going to shorten your time in the gym because you're upping the intensity. So progressive overload means every couple weeks you want to start improving and increasing the intensity. So if you're on a workout plan, say you're doing a workout plan for a whole month, every week just slowly try to increase the intensity. Then like after a month, change up the workout and then do it all over again. I'm telling you, these 3 fixes are the difference between just going to the gym versus going to the gym and seeing results. As you can see, it worked with Phil, and I've helped hundreds of other men actually do the same thing. So I hope this video actually is helpful and valuable for you. Look, if you're a busy professional and you're just frustrated with your body, with your health overall, and you want to improve, and you're just like, man, when I show up to work, when I show up on camera, not who I want to be. I'm not looking how I want to be. I want to look better overall. I want to be toned. I don't want to live this unhealthy lifestyle anymore, and I just want a real change. Let me know. I'll put a link in the description, and we can schedule a time, and we'll see if this program is actually a good fit for you. This isn't just about losing weight. It's about regaining your confidence, regaining your life, and regaining that energy so you can live a quality life. So if that sounds valuable to you, let me know. We can schedule a call, and I'll be happy to give you a free fitness assessment. But either way, I'll be here on YouTube uploading more videos. So if this is valuable to you, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.